Hi tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to FASTCABLING, your go-to source for everything tech. Today in this video, we're diving into the world of wireless network bridges. Now, these powerful devices can revolutionize your networking setup, especially in challenging environments. However, installing wireless network bridges require a clear line of sight, so it may get tricky to deploy them for some locations. So stick around as we explore the benefits, tackle the common obstacles, and walk you through a unique setup for those tricky installations. Now, if you're planning a complex wireless network bridge setup, we're here to help you create the perfect solution tailored to your needs. We're offering a free tag design service for our amazing viewers. So just send us your questions through the link down in the description box below, and our team of experts will get in touch with you. It's that easy. So don't miss out on this opportunity to get professional, customized tag design at no cost. So first, let's talk about why wireless network bridges are so important in modern networking. Now imagine you have two offices, warehouses, or even large properties that you need to connect. And running physical cable can be a logistical nightmare and sometimes downright impossible. So that's where the wireless network bridges come in, because they allow you to create a seamless network connection without the need for extensive cabling. So what exactly are they? In simple terms, wireless network bridges connect two or more networks by using radio waves instead of physical cables. So think of it as a bridge over a river, connecting two pieces of land, and it enables devices on one network to communicate with devices on the other, and effectively extending your network's reach. For example, if you have an office and a warehouse a mile away, and a wireless network bridge can connect them and allowing for smooth data transfer and communication as they were in the same building. So it's also perfect for extending Wi-Fi coverage in a large property where running cables would be impractical. Now, while wireless network bridges are incredibly useful, they often require a clear line of sight to function optimally. This means there should be no obstacles like buildings, trees, or hills between the 2 points. Unfortunately, not everyone has the luxury of a clear line of sight, which brings us to some common challenge. Environmental factors like dense foliage and tall buildings can interfere with the signal and disrupt a true point-to-point connection. So how do we overcome these obstacles? So here enter the back-to-back wireless network bridge setup. Now this method involves using 4 wireless network bridges, place them strategically to bypass the obstacles. Essentially, it creates an intermediary point that receives and then transmit the signal to the final destination. So let's dive into the specific and see how it's done. So in a back-to-back setup, you place 2 wireless bridges in a location together with a clear line of sight, and one facing the source and the other one facing the final destination point. And these bridges acts as a relay station, receiving the signal from the source and then transmitting it to the destination, and is particularly useful in an urban environment or areas with significant natural obstructions. Next, let's go through a step-by-step guide on setting up a back-to-back wireless bridge. Here's what you need. 4 wireless network bridges. We have one here at the source with the router. We have the second and the third one at the intermediary point. We have the fourth one here at this corner. Also, you need mounting pole or bracket, Ethernet cables, and power supply. And we can also choose solar power option. We're going to talk more about that later. And make sure there's a clear line of sight at each segment. So for step 1, we are going to mount our first wireless network bridge up high, and this is the router to provide the main internet access. So I have an Ethernet cable connected to our PoE injector. So this is the LAN port. We're using PoE technology, which transmit both power and data through a single Ethernet cable. So we're going to power up our wireless network bridge. This is the PoE port. Make sure you plug it into the right one. Let's look at the side. We can see it is getting the power and the data at the same time. So for our first bridge, make sure it's facing in a clear line of sight directly to the second bridge. So let's move over. Step 2, we're going to mount our second bridge. We're going to do the same thing. Plug in the Ethernet cable to power it up, the PoE port, and to our PoE injector. And for the third bridge, we're going to put it next to the second one. Also plug in the Ethernet cable to power this bridge up. Now step 3, this is the most important step. We are going to use an Ethernet cable to link them together, connecting the second bridge with the third bridge by plugging it into the PoE injector to the LAN port. So now they are connected together, so the signal sent from the source to the second one and then transmitted to the third one. And make sure you face it toward your final destination. So here come our step 4. We are going to mount the last wireless network bridge up here. And then make sure you configure the bridge using their respective software. And ensure they're on the same frequency and channel. So I'm going to power up our last bridge and plug it into the PoE output port. And step 5, we can also add other devices. So for here, I'm going to add a wireless access point. So we're going to send the data from here to the access point. And we're going to use another PoE injector to power it up. So basically, our setup is done now. As you can see, our fourth one is getting the power, and it should be getting the data from our third bridge. So for outdoor installation, make sure you use weatherproof equipment for the outdoor setup and secure your mounting post or bracket firmly to withstand wind and weather conditions. Also, you should label your cables to avoid confusion during troubleshooting. And after setting up everything, it is time to test and the connection. Make sure the data is being transmitted smoothly between the source and the destination. Now, if you encounter issues, common problem might include signal interface, incorrect configuration, or power supply issue. So you should double check your setup and make necessary adjustment. So now let's look at our mobile device here. So let's turn on the Wi-Fi and look for our wireless access point. So this one right here is our access point, and it is already connected. So let's go on to our website to see if it can work. So as you can see, we're getting the internet and no problem at this corner by using the wireless network bridges and the wireless access point. So the back-to-back wireless network bridges setup offers several advantages. It overcomes obstacles blocking a clear line of sight, extend network range significantly up to 5 kilometers, and provide a reliable connection in challenging environment. And for those of you in remote location with no power supply, you can also consider using solar power for your wireless network bridges, because solar panels can provide a consistent power source and making your setup more sustainable and less dependent on traditional power grids. And there you have it. a comprehensive guide to understanding and setting up the wireless network bridges back to back, even in challenging environment. Now, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech tutorial. Also, feel free to leave your questions and comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for joining us at Fast Cabling.